This is the first visible video on my channel. It's me drawing Isabelle as a kind of chibi, gajinka human situation thing. And that was in 2019 on my phone. And then in 2021, I went and redrew human Isabelle again, this time in not a chibi style. And that was in my actual real life sketchbook that I was keeping at the time. I believe I forgot to record the whole coloring process, or I was just really burnt out trying to record at the time, which makes sense because my phone storage is balls, and it still is to this day. Anyway, and I'm also drawing Tom Nook as well because I had drawn him in a short. At this point, I had switched over to Ibis Paint on my phone, but I don't know. Again, I like tracking my improvement, and I like Animal Crossing and drawing the characters anyway, so moving on. So, spoiler, this drawing of Isabelle is like one of my favorite pieces that I've done digitally, which is exciting. I think I'm actually like learning things and figuring out what the heck to do. But we'll see how long that lasts. A thing that I've been actively trying to do with all of my art is to just like draw more complex poses and draw more interactions with environments and objects, which is why instead of Isabelle just standing there like the past 2 times, I have her holding a stack of binders and books, which, I mean, when you think about Isabelle, it makes sense, and I have her, like, you know, dropping stuff, and I also have noticed a trend in my art where I'll like the face, I'll be okay with the outfit, and then by the time that I reach the feet, I've like given up and they look like just boxes. So I made a distinct effort this time to actually draw decent looking shoes for both Isabelle and Tom Nook. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm also wondering what everybody's first Animal Crossing game is, because mine is New Leaf, which is why I am doing their New Leaf outfits. Pretty much as soon as I found out what Animal Crossing was, I was obsessed with it. And actually, I found out about it because of my cousin. He had Animal Crossing and he let me make my own villager in his town, and like every time he would come over, I was like, can I play Animal Crossing? Can I play Animal Crossing? Because, like, I had the 3DS, but I didn't have the game. And then when I finally got one, it was in either my birthday or Christmas of 2015. And, like, just before the Welcome Amiibo update came out, I've recently actually taken my old town and done some save editing. Mostly because I wanted to change my character's name, but I also did some other fun stuff. But anyway, I'm on to coloring now, which I can actually talk about. I never know what to say with line art. I recently discovered the like lasso fill tool, like the color lasso, and it has been such a game changer for me when it comes to digital coloring, which, mind you, I still hate just a little bit less. I also discovered on Windows devices, if you hit Control Windows C, it changes your display to be black and white, which thankfully didn't show up in the recording because it probably would have had like an awful strobing effect. But if you see me like putting 2 colors next to each other, that's because I'm trying to see their values to make sure that everything isn't just like one tone. There is a little thing where I do like the checker pattern for her, and the way I record my videos is I have OBS set to just record the Fire Alpaca window, but because of that, anytime there's another window open by Fire Alpaca, it doesn't record it. And the way I did the checkered is by going into the filter tab, clicking Japanese styles, and then picking the checkered one, and then I just kind of morphed it in its own layer. Yeah, that's how I did that. If you're wondering if like, oh, if it looked like I did just like a magic effect, I didn't. It just didn't record. It be like that sometimes. And then for shading, when it comes to digital art, I'm still not super confident, so I defaulted to the basic purple multiply layer with a lowered opacity. And when I finished with that, I was done, and she's done, and I'm really happy with her, and we're moving on to Tom Nook. Hooray! My biggest qualm with the first Tom Nook drawing I did is that he didn't really look that old. I put gray in his hair, but he just looks like an anime boy. And I am proud to say that okay, I'm not so proud to say that after watching the Doctor Who, I got a little obsessed with the 12th Doctor, and I am now certifiably like at least 50% better at drawing old men. um I don't have anything too special to say about his clothes or his pose. I will say I relied pretty heavily on the reference that I was using just because folds confuse me, and I kind of got to luck out with Isabel because she didn't have anything like super form-fitting or like long sleeves or anything in that manner. But he did. He is like pretty covered and covered in fabric that does a lot of like complicated folds that like go straight over my head, and I don't like heavily relying on references, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And something that heavy referencing couldn't seem to help me with is the hands. I really struggled with these bad boys. They look a little off. Hands are just hard. You know, it's like the artist joke that hands are hard to draw, but it's just really true. So I don't really know what else to say about the Tom Nook drawing. When it came to the coloring, instead of doing the mintier green that his sweater actually is in the game, I went for the same green that's on Isabel's sweater because when you put them together, it was just really noticeable to me that's like, those are two different shades of green. So for harmony's sake, I made them the same shade of green, so when you look at them and you can tell they're a pair. I also, to kind of represent the like Tanuki raccoon mask, gave him kind of like eye bags. If you can see where my mind is going there. And really, I do characterize Tom Nook as just a tired old man. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did and you want to see me draw more villagers, let me know, and let me know which ones you would want to see me draw. And otherwise, I have other stuff in the works that will hopefully be coming soon. And I hope everybody had a happy new year and a happy holidays. I hope everybody has been keeping up with any resolutions that they might have made. And if you haven't made any, I hope you are having a good time anyway. And I will see you later, or I won't. Don't know really. Bye.